Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and good morning to others, guys. This is Candace Bird Davis coming to you guys live with our Go Director Advanced training. And before I even start off, I want to apologize for the technical difficulty. I was definitely working overtime because he sees some amazing things that are getting ready to happen with our company and ourselves. So, you know, our coach, which is my mentor, my friend, my business partner, Miss Stormy Wellington, she always says, engage in a vision that is bigger than yourself so that no one or nothing can stop you. So even though we had the technical difficulties this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and continue this training live again right now so that we can make sure you guys get all of the pertinent information that you need to make sure that you are taking your business to the next level. So on this afternoon's training, guys, we're going to cover the basics of going to director. And then afterwards, we're going to get a little bit more advanced with some information on showing you how to get a bird's eye view and knowing what to expect out of your organization. So I hope that you guys definitely came to this training webinar this afternoon with a pen and notebook to take some copious notes, because I'm going to cover some information with you that is new. Some of you all may have seen this existing information if you've been in the business, but it's always good to sharpen up on your skills and to make sure that you have the proper things laid out so that your organization is running perfectly. So make sure you have yourselves your pen, your notebook, shut your cell phones off, close your Facebook screens, because this is going to be a serious training today. I'm sure you guys have seen Ms. Wellington, myself, along with the other leaders, talk about our next 90 days. So this training today is going to be pertinent in helping you jumpstart your next 90 days. But before I go into everything regarding the training, guys, I want to give you guys an important update, and I need you guys to write this down. Total Life Changes has come up with a new payment processing system. Of course, as you guys know, we are growing at an enormous rate. So we came out with a new payment processing system. Now, team, I need you to fully understand that with this new system, it's far more advanced. So your information, and I'm going to show you later on in the training how you check this, but your information must be to the T and accurate, or you take a chance of your card declining. So when we go into the auto ship profiles, I'm going to show you that, but I need you to make sure that you stick around for that and you stick around for the advanced training. So guys, what I'm going to do with you guys is I'm going to share my screen today, and I'm going to show you guys some information in regards to how we are starting our businesses if we're first coming in, the important things that we need to do. So if you bear with me one moment. And you guys should be seeing some crazy stuff happening with my screen right now. But that's just getting you guys ready to go so that we can get the screen shared. Okay, 1 second, guys. Just waiting for it to upload with the complete screen share. All right, guys. So first things first is when we come into our training platform, when we come into our company page, our training platform, our back office, all of that great stuff, soon as you get into the business, you're going to get your own corporate website, which looks exactly like this. So I do have one of my business partners' back offices that we're going to take a look at, and I'm going to show you step by step the pertinent information in regards to your profile, preferred placement, all of the amazing things that we need to make sure that our business is operating properly. So when you go to totallifechanges.com as an IBO, you're going to click on your members tab to log in, and you're going to log into your back office. Now, guys, when you log in, if this is your first time logging into your back office and getting things done on your system, what I need you to make sure you do is when you log in, and of course it's going to take a little while for my screen to update just because we're doing a screen share. But when we come into this back office, guys, as soon as you get in business, none of this information is going to be over here. So what I need you to make sure you do is when you log into your back office for the first time, over here in the right-hand corner, you're going to see my profile. I need you to click on my profile. When you click on my profile, it's going to bring up a lot of information on the left-hand side that I want you guys to pay close attention to. But first and foremost, soon as you get into business, you need to edit your profile. And by clicking on edit your profile, you're going to be able to plug in the information. It's automatically going to have your name. It'll also have your tax ID if you put your social or anything in when you signed up, your date of birth and so forth. The replicated site right here is if somebody is going to your website, totallifechanges.com/, this is your replicated site. So this particular IBO would be totallifechanges.com/blessed by TLC. Now, it's very, very, very important, and I'm going to stress this, very important, that you have your email, your phone number, your cell phone number in here, because what's going to happen is when people come to your page and they sign up, they order from you, they're going to be able to get your email, your phone number if they need to contact you. The other thing is you want to make sure that your billing address and your shipping address are current and accurate. Remember I said a few minutes ago with the new payment system, it could be something simple as, for instance, her address is 49 North Mill Street. It could be something as simple as if she had it as 49 North Mill Road, it could be incorrect and it could kick her payment out. So you want to make sure if your address is 49 North Mill Street, you have street and not road. You have your zip code correct. You have everything correct to make sure that your system and your payments are processing properly. Now, the second key thing that we want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is our preferred placement. And for some of you guys, preferred placement is going to be key. And you guys may already have this set up, but for those of you guys who do not have it set up, what I want you guys to do is while you're in my profile, your preferred placement is going to dictate where people fall when they join your organization. So just to give you an example, let's go and take a look at Ms. Vasquez's organization. When she came into business, this is Ms. Vasquez. When she came into business, she's going to get a right team and a left team. Now, if you notice up here by Ms. Vasquez, she has an R right beside her IBO number. That R just means that she fell on somebody's right team. So she's going to start seeing people fall on her right team from anybody who came above her. Now, in regards to preferred placement, in this situation right here, Ms. Vasquez is on the right team. Some of you guys may have an L, which means a left team. But this particular, I need you to understand, not everybody is going to be the same. I'm just showing you guys this as a scenario. But on this particular account, she is on the right team. Now, preferred placement, of course, as you guys know, to open up the compensation structure, one must become binary qualified, which means you have personally placed somebody on your left team and you have personally placed somebody on your right team. So when you sign somebody up, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say she signed up this IBO right here and it fell on her right team. Now, what she needs to do is make sure she gets somebody on her left team. So when she signs somebody up, she wants to make sure she goes in and sees where they fall. And then once she sees where they fall, she's going to want to make sure if that person fell on her right, she's going to want to make sure she goes into profile, goes into preferred placement, and now she's going to want to make sure she changes all her new people over to her left leg. Now, just a sound piece of advice, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just something that I recommend IBOs do, business partners do. In regards to being binary qualified and placing one person on your left team, one person on your right team, that's the first step. That's the very first step. Now, when you're placing one person on your left team and one person on your right team, ladies and gentlemen, to become binary qualified, it could be something as simple as placing mom on your left team and bringing her in business on a NutriBurst, and your brother, cousin, sister, uncle, nephew on your right team with the same thing. So to become binary qualified, all you need is one person on the left, one person on the right who signed up directly with you for a minimum of a 40 personal volume order. Okay? And then once you get that done, guys, you're binary qualified. What I like to tell a lot of my business partners is you do not, now this is considered a power leg over here because that's what your upline and anybody above you, that's where you're seeing spillover or you're seeing gift, like I like to call it. What you want to get in a habit of doing, ladies and gentlemen, is don't just put one person on this leg. I always recommend that people put a minimum of 3 people on their power leg and then the rest of the people on their pay leg. Now, let me tell you why I recommend 3 people on your power leg, one person, start building the rest on your pay leg is this. If you just have one person, just one, on that power leg, and for one reason or another, that person's auto ship does not bill, whether they lost their credit card, they forgot to update their new credit card information, or maybe, just maybe, we've all been there. They just did not have the funds in the bank account at the time for it to bill. If that happens, that means that that one person in your leg is no longer active. So now you are no longer binary qualified, which means you're leaving out a lot of money on the table. So I always recommend for my business partners to put a minimum of 3 people, just three $40 packages, $550 packages, whatever they are, on your strong leg. Make sure you put more than one, because if that one person happens to not bill for their auto ship, you are no longer binary qualified, which means you're missing out on your binary income, your matching bonus. You don't want that to happen, because if that happens, I've seen it, guys. I've seen plenty of people in my organization who had that slip up where somebody's card went inactive. They weren't aware, and they lost quite a few thousands of dollars per week off the binary until they realized what was going on. And I'm going to tell you guys this, we are business owners. So it is our responsibility to make sure that our business is structured properly. Because if that happens to you, I can assure you, you cannot call corporate. They're not going to be able to do anything about it. So remember, you're building a lifetime income and you want to make sure that your business is set up properly. So once you go ahead and do that, guys, again, once you get your power leg structured with the people that you need in there, whether it's 1, 2, 3, I always recommend 3. You always want to make sure your preferred placement is now set over into your pay leg. So you just simply go here and change it back left or right. Now remember, each case is going to be different. So your pay leg, which is the leg that you're going to be putting your people in, may be the left side. For some people, it may be the right. So just because I keep referring to the left side on this scenario, I'm going to say it again. Everybody is different. So one person might be on the left, one person might be building their right leg. It all depends. Some people may be building both legs. Now, the second thing that we want to talk about is ordering your pay card. Now, it's very important that as you're building your business, you want to make sure that you're getting your money in. So as you're getting commissioned, how are you going to get your commission? So what I want to tell you guys to do is make sure you click on your commissions tab when you come in. And over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see TLC Prepaid MasterCard Sign Up. Once you click on that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take you into, of course, I have a technical difficulty right here. For some reason, it says there's a network glitch. But what you're going to do is when you click on the Prepaid MasterCard Sign Up, it's going to take you into our payment processor, which is Payoneer. When you go into Payoneer, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to have you verify your account. So you can select with Payoneer if you want them to automatically deposit it into your checking account, or if you want a prepaid compensation MasterCard. Now, once you do this, ladies and gentlemen, what they're going to do is they're going to require you to verify some information. So I need you to make sure you are checking your emails, because in most cases, they will ask you to send over a copy or email over a copy of your driver's license, just so they can verify that it is you setting this up. Now, what happens, ladies and gentlemen, is in about 7 to 10 days, if you elect for the prepaid MasterCard, you're going to get that MasterCard in the mail in 7 to 10 days. And it's going to have you call to activate. Now, when you get this card, you want to make sure you activate it as soon as you receive it, because number one, if you are owed a commission, let's just say my first compensation payout is Thursday, this coming Thursday. If I get my card in the mail today and I activate it today, my card will be loaded on Thursday with my money. So keep in mind, when you get your card, if it is activated before Monday of the week that you were paid out, that compensation is going to come on your card. Now, if you happen to wait till Tuesday to activate it, that compensation is not going to hit that MasterCard until next week's compensation. So the sooner you activate your card, the sooner your compensations will be uploaded on it. So just because you got your card in the mail, if you did not activate it, don't call corporate and say you were not paid out. Because if your card is activated prior to Monday of that commission week, then it will be loaded. If you didn't activate it before Monday, then you're going to get a paper check in the mail, but the following week your commissions will come on it. So I need you guys to make sure that you fully understand that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about in our Go Director training, this is the basics, guys. Remember, this is what you need to make sure is set up so that you're able to build a huge, successful lifetime income. Now, the next thing we want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is auto ships. Remember, guys, if you do not have an active auto ship, you do not have a business. So you must have an active auto ship. And to check that, ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple and easy. You're going to go to orders. So we click on orders. Over here in the left-hand column, you're going to see where it says auto ship. I want you to click on auto ship. Now, Renee does have an active auto ship set up. Some of you guys may come in here and there's nothing here, absolutely nothing. That's fine. What you can do is click, if you don't have anything here, nothing at all, what you can do is click add new profile over here in blue. And then you can select what you want on your auto ship profile. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you're planning on going director and above, this is what you need to realize. You have to have an active auto ship. And if you're planning to hit director, you need to have a minimum of 80 PV. Now, it's always nice with the auto ship, ladies and gentlemen, because keep in mind, these are products that you're going to be getting in the mail automatically every single month. So just as an example, let's just say I want an active auto ship for NutriBurst because I know I use my NutriBurst every single month. I use my NRG, and I also am now a big fan of Tachui. So I went ahead and added my NutriBurst, my NRG, and my Tachui to my auto ship. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and click continue. It's going to verify my information. And then let's just say, I don't know if it's going to let me do this, but let's just put in a dummy credit card and see if this works. And then I'm just going to click continue. It's not going to let me do it. Okay, what's going to happen, guys, is when you click continue, it's going to bring up the screen and it's going to verify with you. You have NutriBurst, you have NRG, you have Tachui. So it's going to show me my total amount that I'm going to be billed every single month. And then it's also going to show me my volume points. So because I selected 3 of those items and I personally know that each one is 40 volume points a piece, that means that I have 120 PV now. So I don't want you to look at the dollar amount spent. Your volume is points, not dollars. I need you to understand that. So here's an example. Your NRG, you'll see it says 40 volume, but it's $49.95. So just because your total is $120 does not mean that it's 120 volume points. So I need you guys to pay close attention to that. So that is if you are setting up an active new auto ship. Now, if you guys have an existing auto ship, it's going to look exactly like this. What you want to do is, if you're editing it, because as you can see, Renee has a 40 volume auto ship. She simply has NutriBurst, and it'll show you it's $40 a month. Her CV is 40 volume points. So in this event, let's just say Renee wants to increase her auto ship to 120, which she does because I've already talked to her. So we're going to click edit. And what Renee wants to do is she wants to now get 2 bottles of NutriBurst because her and her husband are using it. And now she wants to also get a bottle of NRG. So now Renee is setting herself up to go executive and above, because remember, director, you have to have 80 PV. Executive is 120 PV, and we'll go into more details about that later. But as you can see, when you redo your profile, it's going to show you her order total is $129.85 per month, and that's producing 120 volume. So make sure when you place your auto ship order, you are looking at your CV column. Again, guys, director requires 80. Executive and above requires 120. And I like to tell my business partners, guys, let's be honest, set it and forget it. Go ahead and set it at the 120 PV. Get yourself the NutriBurst, the NRG, the Gano, the Tachui, the Ghana or Chaga. Get whatever it is that you use every single month, because let's be honest, we are business owners. We need to be a product of the product. And how else are you going to tell somebody a product works if you have not tried it yourself? And the best part is, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say this month, Renee wants NutriBurst and NRG, 2 bottles of NutriBurst and NRG. Let's say next month she decides she doesn't want NRG. She could go right back in to edit her profile. She can go in here and she can scroll to where her NRG is. And it is where? I just missed it somewhere. What she can do is scroll up here where her NRG is. She can put a 0 here because she no longer wants the NRG, but now she wants Delgada coffee. All she has to do is change it up and click save. And as you can see, for next month, now she's going to be billed for NutriBurst and Delgada coffee. So you can change it out every single month. Don't think that just because you have it set there, that's what you're going to get. If you find that you like a different product, change it out. Be a product of the product. Next, I want you guys to pay close attention to the schedule information. It will tell you your auto ship is active. You're being billed monthly on the 1st of every month. Some of you guys may be the 5th, the 20th, whatever date you signed up, it's going to have it in there. So I want you guys to put a reminder in your calendar a few days before this so you can make sure your funds are in the bank account. And it tells me that Renee's account is going to bill again on July the 1st. So you already know July the 1st, your auto ship is coming out. Now, also in this auto ship profile, if you need to edit your credit card information, you got a new card, maybe you just got a new one because the old one expired, maybe somebody stole your wallet, like my case, and you had to get all new credit cards. Whatever the case may be, anytime you need to change your credit card information within 72 hours of your auto ship, please make sure you edit your information. And all you're going to do is click, I don't know if you saw me, I did that pretty fast, under payment type, click edit, pay by card, and you can put in your new information and click save. And it's going to save it for you. So if you have not updated your credit card information for a while, I encourage you guys, with the way the new system is changing. Remember, I said earlier, the new payment system, if your information is not to a T, it's a possibility that your card will decline. So today, what I want you to do is make sure you go into your auto ship profile, you make sure your name and addresses are correct, and you verify the information on your payment card. Put your card number in again, put the expiration in again, and make sure your address information is verified once again, because you do not want an event to happen to where your card is not charged and you are not getting paid then, because again, remember, without an active auto ship, you don't have a business. All right, guys, so that is in regards to the auto ship. Now, what I also want you to pay close attention to, guys, is pay close attention to your volume. So anytime you have an auto ship hitting, I want you guys to go to your commissions tab, and you will see when your PV hits. So if you have not had a personal volume auto ship order bill in the last 30 days, if it has not billed, maybe your card declined, maybe something happened. But if something happened and you don't see a column in the last 30 days that you had a PV order yourself, what you need to do is go up here to orders, click on new order, and you're going to place an order from your back office for the 80 or 120 PV to make sure that your account is active and you are collecting income. Very, very, very important. All right, guys, next, like I said, if you guys are planning on going director or above, this is what I need you to realize, guys. Director requires 80 PV, 80. I'm going to keep repeating that because I get a lot of people who say, hey, Candace, I hit director volume, but I didn't get announced as a director. Just because you hit the volume, if your PV is not at 80, your personal volume is not at 80, you cannot get ranked as a director. So it takes two things, 80 PV and the volume. And we're going to show you the volume, how that works here in a few minutes. Now, executive, if you're going executive, regional, anything like that, you're going to need 120 PV plus the required volume. And again, guys, you want to set it and forget it. We highly recommend you carry 120 PV, set it and forget it, because let's be honest, you are going to be a product of the product. So your auto ship should be products that you use or you will retail. And keep in mind, guys, if you have the rank volume, but you do not have the proper auto ship, and I keep repeating this because a lot of people keep missing it, but if you have the rank volume, but you do not have the proper auto ship, you will not be able to claim your rank. And please do not call customer service with that and say, hey, I had the volume. Guys, if you look and you didn't have the PV, you're not getting your rank. Now, let's get into talking about, guys, that's just the basics on setting up your office. Let's get into talking about how to go director. Now, when you go director, guys, a couple things are going to happen. And I'm going to flip over to the screen here. But when you go director, a couple things are going to happen. The first thing, for those of you guys who do not know, director is the first leadership role in our company, which is huge. It's a great accomplishment. And it's very, very, very easy to go director. So that's the first leadership role in the company. What director does, ladies and gentlemen, is it opens up the compensation plan for so much more. When you go director, you're now getting 10% off of the binary for your pay leg. So pretty much director is going to set you up to start earning on average between $500 and $1,000 a week when you mix in the retail fast start and your binary, which is huge. So get out your pen and notebooks, make sure they're still out, make sure your pen's sharpened, it's inked up, it's ready to go. Because here's some key things. First, you all need to understand, we need to collectively understand your requirements to be a director. For one, it's to become binary qualified. You have to be binary qualified. We talked about this earlier. Now, binary qualified, guys, is very, very, very simple. Binary qualified means you need one personally sponsored person on your left team, one personally sponsored person on your right team. Very, very simple. Very, very easy. Now, remember, I don't care if it's Bobby, Susie, your cousin Joe, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your cousin, your nephew, your sister, your brother. What you want to do is make sure you have one on your left, one on your right, on 40 PV. 40 PV, guys, very simple, very easy. This can be your auntie with a bottle of NutriBurst. This can be your uncle with a bottle of NRG. Very simple, very easy. Again, the second thing, so remember, binary qualified or director, you have to be binary qualified first. Secondly, you have to have the 80 PV for your auto ship. Third, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 volume points in each of your legs. So in this situation here, if Renee was going to director, she has to make sure her PV shows at 80 for at least the last month. She got billed at least 80 PV in the last 30 days. Her left leg has to have 1,000 volume points. Her right leg, of course, as we can see, her right leg is fine. She has 8,285 volume points. So her right leg is fine. But she had to make sure she had at least one person in her left, one person in her right. She has to have at least 80 on her auto ship, and she needs at least 1,000 volume points in each leg. So I hope we got that. I'm going to repeat that once again. You have to be binary qualified. So you have to have at least somebody in the business on your left team with 40 PV, somebody in the business on your right team with 40 PV. Now, when I say somebody, these two people have had to use your link to sign up, your link, because just because you go into your organization and you look at your organization and you see all these people over here, if you did not bring them in, that is not making you binary qualified. So they have to use your link to join you in business. You have to put one on your left and one on your right. And I know you keep probably saying, hey, Candace, you keep repeating it. It's redundant. It's because I need you to understand, because there's so many people who got into business. They placed one person over here, but saw all these people over here and thought that they were okay, and they're not. So again, the left person and the right person both have to use your link to sign up. In turn, like we said, you have to have at least 80 PV, and your left column has to have 1,000 volume. Your right column for the week has to have 1,000. Okay? And guys, keep in mind, everybody is different. Everybody is different. Nobody's back office is going to look exactly like what you're looking at right now, volume-wise. So some people are seeing volume in their right leg. Some are seeing more volume in their left leg. Everything's going to be different. I need you to understand, because I had a distributor text me and say, my back office doesn't look like that. That's because, one, you may have just gotten in business. Two, you may be in on the left team and not the right. There's a lot of things that's going to calculate. So I need you to understand, it's not going to look the same. This is just to show you what to do and how to do it. Now, guys, when we're talking about the volume, you know how we're saying, director, you need 1,000 volume in your left, 1,000 volume in your right. Some of you all have a lot of questions in regards to how do you get volume. Guys, there are 3 different ways that you can get volume, and I'm going to show you them one at a time. The first way to get volume is by retail, okay? And retail is very simple, very easy. When you come into the business, anybody that you send to your website to place an order, so let's just say I'm a customer and I come to your website and I click shop. I'm coming to your website. I live in the United States, so I'm shopping for product from you. Whatever I buy, you are going to get the 50% retail commission. It's going to make me set up a profile. But whatever I buy, you're going to get the 50% retail commission. But what you will get on volume is 25% of the volume. I'm going to repeat that. Retail customers will pay you 50% commission, but only 25% volume. So here's an example. Our resolution, we all know it's almost $100, which is an awesome and amazing price for the type of product that it is. With this, if a customer buys the resolution, they're paying $100 for it. You're going to get 50% commission. So that commission week, you're going to make $50 off of this bottle. But your volume wise, you will only get 25% volume. Okay? That is for the retail component of it. Now, 50% volume. Oh, also guys, another way on the 25% volume. On the retail side, we just discussed that. But if somebody comes into business and they do not get a package, so they do not get one of the 2 packages we have available. If they come into the business and they just say, hey, Candace, I'm joining the business and I want to join with a bottle of Resolution. Fine, let's do it. Awesome and amazing. When they come into business with something other than a package, they are going to get, you are going to get 50% commission. So if they came into business on Resolution, you're going to get $50 commission, but 25% of the volume. So again, guys, that is if anybody comes into business with anything other than a package, you are going to get 25% volume, but 50% commission. Now, let's talk about how you get 50% of the volume, which is huge, 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 huge. Let's just say you introduce me into the business and I want to join you in business, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to join you in business. I'm going to have to set up a profile. So let's just set one up real quick, just to give you guys an example. Uh-oh, it's kicking over into crazy stuff, so just bear with me 1 second. So I'm going to have to set up my profile as a customer. Now, what happens, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm joining you in business and I'm selecting one of our promotional packs, which is the 340 pack or the 550 pack. When I grab this package, this is part of the Fast Start bonus, guys. You are going to get 50% commission and you are going to get 50% of the volume. So on the $300 pack, I'm going to get 150 volume points for this and 150 commission. Now on the $500 pack, I'm going to get 250 in volume and 250 in commission. Guys, that's huge. You're getting 50% volume, 50% commission. That's out of this world, huge. So again, guys, 25% volume is retail or somebody coming in business with something other than a multi-pack. 50% volume is somebody coming into the business with a multi-pack. Now, how can you get 100% volume? Guys, this is huge when you're looking at placing an order, hitting different ranks and so forth. Let's go back in here and I want to log back in and show you how to do this. Anytime that you go ahead and place an order directly from your back office, it's going to give you 100% of the volume, but you got to make sure you place it a certain way. So let's just say Renee is looking at her organization and she has an order that she wants to place for 10 bottles of Resolution, and she needs the volume in her left team. Why does she need the volume in her left team? Because when we're looking at the commission structure, her left team is what she needs to build so that she can hit director. She needs to make sure she gets some volume over here in the left team. So what she's going to do is if she needs to place an order, she's going to go ahead and look at her orders. She's going to click on orders, or I'm sorry, she's going to click on her organization. And the easiest way to do this, ladies and gentlemen, is she is going to find the very last person in that leg of business that she needs the volume in. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, she needs the volume in her right leg, just for this scenario. She's going to go down and she's going to find, let's just say Miss Cook is the last person in her leg. She's going to call Miss Cook up and say, hey, you know, Miss Cook, I have an order that I need to place. I needed to get your back login information so I can place a volume order in your back office. Now, when she places it out of Miss Cook's back office, all of the volume is going to roll up to every single person in that organization from Miss Cook up. So now you're gifting everybody volume. which is awesome and amazing, right? So the way she would do that is log into Miss Cook's back office, go to orders, and place the order directly from that IBO's back office. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen is if she places an order for 10 bottles of Resolution, and I'm going to show you how this is going to be done. Let's go and find my Resolution. Resolution is item number 124. So let's just say item number 124, and I need 9 more bottles, because if you look, I just added one up there. So 10 bottles of Resolution is going to be $1,000. Guys, look, it's 1,000 volume points. 1,000 volume points. So we need product. So anytime that you need product, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to do is you want to place that order in the leg that you need the volume, but in somebody else's back office, because then let's just say, again, I placed it under Shannon Cook. That volume for that 1,000 volume is going to roll up and keep rolling up to everybody all the way up the line. Because if you place it out of your own back office, all that volume is going to do is just roll up to your sponsor and anybody above them. So you need to strategically make sure you place that volume order, guys. And I want you to understand that when you do this, it is strictly for points only. Strictly for points only. I'm going to repeat that. 1,000 volume placed out of a back office is strictly for points. I had somebody do that and call me up and say, hey, Candace, they didn't commission me on it. No, you're surrendering your commission for 100% of the volume, which is huge, 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 especially because we need product. People are buying our product. We need product ourselves. And this volume is not only going to help people in your organization off the binary, you're also going to collect the compensation off the binary for it as well. So guys, let's think about it. 3 ways of getting volume. 25%, I'm going to repeat this, 25% volume is coming from any retail customers. What's going to happen is you're getting 50% commission, 25% volume. Also, 25% volume is coming from anybody who comes in business with something other than our multi-packs. So if they come in business with Resolution, now they're an IBO. You're getting the 50% fast start on them, but you're getting 25% of the volume. The 50% volume, if you want 50% volume, that's people coming into business with you with a multi-pack. That multi-pack is going to give you 50% volume, 50% commission. And then again, the 100% volume is working strictly off of your back office, placing an order strictly out of your back office. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the basic part of the Go Director training, the basics of it. Now, what I'm going to do for those of you guys who are still on the line and are still in business and looking to go forward with additional training, I'm going to kick into something a little more advanced. So for some of you guys may not get this or may not understand it. But what I'm going to do is make sure you guys have your pen and notebooks ready, because what I've been doing, a lot of people are asking me, hey, Candace, you know, what do you suggest I do? This is a routine that I'm going to share with all of you all on today's training. But this routine, ladies and gentlemen, is what I get in the habit of doing every Friday morning, along with my business partners. So I encourage everybody every Friday morning to do this. Very simple, very easy. My whole goal every Friday morning, when I wake up in the morning, I get my day mapped out. I know exactly what I'm doing. I print off my calendar if you guys are working on a calendar or anything like that. But I don't start my day without listening to the Wake Up and Win call on a Friday morning. So at 9 a.m., I'm on my Wake Up and Win call. And for those of you guys who are new and have not got that information, the Wake Up and Win call was started last year by Miss Stormy Wellington. It is our motivation morning calls, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, you can write this down. The number to call in is 559-726-1300. Again, 559-726-1300. 726-1300. Now you're going to need an access code, a PIN. The PIN number is 493824. So that's for all of you guys who are new and just came in business and have not got the information or the memo on that. That is our Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. morning motivation call. Miss Stormy Wellington does them. We also have Miss Pam McCrae, Miss Shanita Foster, Miss Nicole S. Cooper. And guys, the calls are absolutely amazing. But what I do is I listen to my call Friday morning. I listen to it every day, but Friday morning particularly, because what happens is over at Total Life Changes, we get paid weekly. And weekly, every Thursday night at midnight, Total Life Changes takes a snapshot of our back office and our volume. And based off of that snapshot, determines what our commission structure is and what we're being paid out on our commission week. So Friday morning is a new morning for us. You know how with a 9 to 5, usually your start of the week is a Monday morning. Over here at Total Life Changes, our start of the week is a Friday morning. So we start with the wake up and win call. Immediately after the wake up and win call, guys, I want a bird's eye view of my organization. I want to know what I'm expecting out of my organization for the week. And this is how this works. Go to your commissions tab. On your commissions tab, 9 times out of 10 on a Friday morning, it'll be zeroed out. It hasn't zeroed out yet. But normally what I do is 2 things. I go and check my carryover volume. Now, guys, this is huge. Let me explain to you real quick what carryover volume is. Carryover volume is going to be any volume that you were not paid out on. So, for instance, in Renee's situation, she had no left volume in her leg. Well, she had 10 volume points in her leg here and 15,000 over here. So her carryover volume is going to be these 10 points subtracted from what was in the opposite leg. That is going to be considered carryover volume for the next week. So if we click on carryover volume, we can see in Renee's situation, she has carryover volume for her right leg, and she has a little bit of carryover volume in her left leg. So I get my pen and notebook out, and I look at my carryover volume. So I know my left volume is, let's just say, 5,000 volume points. My right volume, some of you guys may have some volume in your left and none in your right, some in your right, none in your left, and some of you guys who are new may not have any at all. So remember, again, everybody's account is different, but I'm just showing you guys the step-by-step, so as your volume starts accruing, you will know how to calculate this. So I'm looking at my carryover volume, and I understand I have left volume, right volume. So I write down these carryover numbers, which are right here. I write these carryover numbers down on a piece of paper. So left carryover, right carryover. Then my next step is, ladies and gentlemen, I click my orders tab, because my next thing is I want to see what my projected auto ship is for the week. Okay. So the cool thing with Total Life Changes back office, it's a back office that I've not seen. I've been in the industry for a while, and a lot of them are not up to par like Total Life Changes back office is. So we have an option of seeing what our auto ship calculations are, what everybody's automatic billing is for the coming weeks. So if we go to orders and we click projected auto ship volume, when this comes up, ladies and gentlemen, you can see what your projected auto ship is. So just to give you an example, this week that we are working in right now, this very week, our auto ship volumes are going to calculate for June 5th through June 11th. So June 5th is already passed. That's why it's not here. So we're going to go all the way down and say till June 11th. And this is exactly what I do. I highlight it. I go and add up all my volume in my left, and I put it underneath. Remember, I got my piece of paper. So whatever my carryover left volume was, I add my auto ship left volume to it. Okay. Now I go over and I calculate my right. And I add my right auto ship to my right carryover. So guys, what you have just done now is when you add your left carryover and auto ship together and your right carryover and auto ship together, you now know and have a bird's eye view of the volume that is coming into your organization for the week. So let's just say our carryover volume was 5,000 in the left leg and 0 in the right leg. Now, whenever I go over here and I look at my auto ship volume is 0 in the left leg. But then what I will do is I will calculate all of my right leg. So right leg roughly is 5, 6, about 7,000 volume points just on this scenario. So what you're going to do is add your auto ship left column and your carryover left column together. Add your auto ship right column and your carryover right column together. And based off of those numbers are going to be based off of what you are projected to have in volume for the week. So guys, now you have a bird's eye view. If you're going for director, you know how many volume points away you are in each leg, roughly. If you're going for executive, regional, national, you get it. You know, you have an idea of what you're needed for the week. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, don't base your calculations strictly off of these numbers, because sometimes some people's auto ships do not bill. But this is at least giving you a bird's eye view of what your organization is looking like for the week. So that's how I start my week off, is calculating that, ladies and gentlemen. And then what I go into is figuring out my action plan for the week. Because as you know, we are on this 90-day grind. Guys, I promise you, if you take this 90-day commitment to grind with myself, Miss Wellington, Miss Pam McCray, everybody in Total Life Changes that is doing this 90-day grind commitment, if you take this commitment and you run with your head down and you don't look up until after 90 days, I promise you, it is simply going to change your life, change your finances, change everybody. Think of how many people you are going to impact. Now, when I tell you to run with your head down, that's just meaning don't let any naysayers, negativity, nothing blur your vision of where you're going. Guys, I'm on a 90-day grind commitment. So is Miss Wellington, Miss Pam McCray, Mr. Daryl Drake. We all are. Join us. But with this 90-day grind commitment, guys, you have to have activity. You have to have activity. And it's going to start with your social media. Social media, guys, you're going to have to be consistent with your posts. You cannot put one post up today and expect to hear from people and not post nothing up the whole week. You know, I encourage people to make 7 posts a day. For those of you guys who know me, you know I've been in the insurance industry for 14 years. We were always told it took somebody 7 points of contact before they were ready to purchase their insurance policy. Well, guys, use that same philosophy. It takes 7 points of contact for somebody to decide they want to purchase NRG or decide they want to purchase Strike Up. But you have to be consistent in your posts. You have to post daily, multiple times a day. You can't post once a day and not 3 days and say, hey, Candace, why isn't anybody, wanting to be a customer? Or why isn't anybody wanting to be a business partner? Because it requires consistency. Also, on your activity, guys, I hear a lot of people say, hey, Candace, you told me to make a list. I made that a long time ago. Okay, make a new list. Guys, this is a new grind, a new day. It's going to be a new century in what we are about to do. Make a new list. Go back through your old list. Start formulating a new list. And start calling those lists. We have to utilize our calls. If you remember, we had the Blitz call a couple Saturdays ago, where we had a call every hour on the hour with top leaders. Guys, do you understand how powerful Total Life Changes is? From that one day, we were able to touch over 7,000 lives. 7,000. We have to be consistent. We have to use our calls. We have a 10 p.m. opportunity call every single night. If you're new in the business, guys, 10 p.m. every night by dialing 559-726-1300. And that PIN number is 493824. Get in the habit of inviting people to the call. And if you haven't listened to our Getting Started call yet, reach out to your upline. We do have the Getting Started call. That number is 518-777-4064. You listen to that call and start building your list, ladies and gentlemen. We're on a new grind. Even though you had an old list, we're ready for new now. New list. Let's start back over. Also, guys, you're going to need to plug in. Plug in till you win. And that's the calls, the 3 ways. That's everything. Plug in. Training calls, opportunity calls, morning motivation calls. Plug in. Plug your teams in. Plug people in that you don't even know to the Wake Up and Win call. Plug them in. Also, activity-wise, keep a consistent watch on your auto ship. You may forget ship and didn't have the money in the account. Weekly, make sure your auto ship is good. I go in and I look at everything weekly. Also, ladies and gentlemen, what about transformation parties? We were in Atlanta just a few short days ago on Tuesday, and we had an amazing event. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but guys, when I tell you, I was in the car with Coach Stormy along with Mr. Daryl Drake, and we pulled up to the event, guys, in Atlanta. And this is how you know Total Life Changes is changing lives. We pull up to this event. It's about 93 degrees outside, and I'm not kidding. When we pulled up, there was about 500 people outside in the heat, wrapped around the building with a smile on their face, ready to receive the information with Total Life Changes. And at that event, ladies and gentlemen, we did a transformation. We always say tea party, tea party, tea party. Guys, let's talk about this transformation party. It's very similar to what we're used to on a tea party. The only thing is, we are now transforming bodies in the live. So what I encourage you guys to do is, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm going to take you around and I'm going to show you this. At these transformation parties, ladies and gentlemen, we had a couple young, beautiful women come up and actually try on our garments. So everybody got to see them before the garment was on. And then once they went back into the back, they came back out with Miss Shantae Lloyd with the garment on. So off, we saw them all with everything off, just a regular clothing. Went back with Miss Shantae Lloyd, came out with the garment on, and all I can say is wow, wow, wow. If I thought these ladies were fierce then, when they came out with that garment on, they were just knock them out dead beautiful. Their garments were absolutely amazing. So guys, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to this, but our garments are available. And you can go and buy the garments off of yourself as a customer. Which means, listen, ladies and gentlemen, buying it off of yourself as a customer means you are getting 50% commission. So when you go in to your own website and you click shop and you come in, this is you as a customer, your own customer, because you're shopping from yourself. If you look over here, ladies and gentlemen, see this beautiful green button that says garments? Click on it. We have the Caprice in black. We have the Caprice in tan. Look at the sizes, ladies and gentlemen. We can go ahead and add them to the cart. Grab yourself a few of these garments and let's have transformation parties. Because here's the thing, guys. We are not just a tea company. So we're having tea parties. Our products are transforming lives in so many ways. Transforming people's health, transforming people's wealth. Let's have transformation parties. It makes sense, right? So grab yourself some garments today, guys, because I'm telling you, even if you grab yourself 1 or 2, and as you're having your transformation party, you invite somebody who is at that event, at that party, in that living room to come up, stand in front of everybody, let them see what they look like now, and then go ahead and try the garment on and come back out. If you want to see your checks go up, and I mean way, way, way up, you're going to make sure you have some garments at your party. And you're going to let people physically see themselves transform. Because truthfully, they don't know what a garment does until they put it on them. Now, the other thing is, guys, storytelling. I'm just giving you guys some basic information. And this is just a recap right now. But Coach Stormy had said, you know, on our last training, we have to get in the habit of sharing stories. A lot of us will say, you know, we don't have a story to share. We don't have a story to tell. There's so many testimonies and stories floating around online that it's absolutely amazing. We did a training call last Monday talking about storytelling and sharing the stories. We have to do that, guys. The other thing is, what I want to leave you guys with on this training is we're building a business. We have to become products of the product. You have to try your NRG, because somebody's going to say, you know, if I'm your cousin and you're talking about this product called NRG, I'm going to ask you, what's it doing for you? What happens? Tell me a little bit about it. If you don't know your product or you haven't tried it, how are you going to sell it to somebody? Because our main thing is, guys, we are retailing product like crazy, but we have to know what this product is doing for people. So set your auto ships up to make sure that your auto ships are products that you're either going to let people test, you're going to use yourself, and you're going to retail. Because you have to invest in your business for your business to move forward. And again, remember, guys, if you don't have an active auto ship, you do not have a business. So again, guys, this is Candace Bird Davis coming to you with the Go Director Advanced Training. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to go through this, guys. But as we always say, we will see you at the top. Make sure we have a 10 p.m. call tonight. Make sure you grab your list. You call the people up and you invite them to the call. Get them on the call. Let them hear about this amazing company that is changing people's health, changing people's wealth. And guys, what I want to leave you with is, let's go Director. It's a new week. It's a new you. It's a new lifetime. 90-day grind, baby. Let's go. See you at the top. Bye-bye.